When the child first arrives to our home, we all try to be there to greet them, everybody that is possible. And then once the case manager and the other people get out of the way and we actually get the child where we can interact with them, we go ahead and we show them the room and we introduce them to the other children in the home, and then we kind of give them a little bit of time to set up the room, and then we'll ask one of the other kids in our house to go see how things are going a little bit, because usually the children are more apt to initiate a conversation with another peer than they are to the adults. So sometimes that'll bridge the gap for us in our home. And then after they've had an opportunity to get their stuff settled in and they've come out on their own to come, check out the family and the rest of the house, we try to go over what our expectations are and what the expectations of them and our home is, just to ease any questions that they may have, or if they're going to get fed, or if they're going to be able to do anything, or different activities. So we actually try to go over some of the stuff in our house. Just like if you started a new job, you don't just sit there waiting, to find out what your on-the-job training is. You start on-the-job training the minute you start your job. So we kind of start on the family training the minute we have a new member come in. When you're teaching when you have new kids come in your home and you're going over your stuff in your home, well, this is our expectations of you, how we expect you to dress if we go to church, or one person in the bathroom at a time. Some of these things that we take for granted as common sense are not common sense to children that have been raised in dysfunctional families. Take off your clothes to take a shower. You'd be surprised at some of the things. So in our reminder binder, it does tell them what our class of expectations are, as well as if they're going to do a job of, I take in teenagers, so they tend to do a little more chore type things, but if they were going to clean their bathroom, what does that mean in step-by-step instructions that they can go back to and reflect that, if they need to remind themselves how to do the job, and then they can go back and see step-by-step, like step 1, get a bucket and hot water, and what kind of cleaner do they need to put into it. But be precise. If you're going to teach a child or expect a child to do something, then you have to model it for them, as well as giving them backup support. To wash the car, get out a bucket, add the car wash solution, how much of it, how much water to put in, to wring the rag out, wipe the car in circular motions. Don't throw the rag on the ground, because you could pick up rocks and then scratch the car. Right. But you have to think of every possible step.